Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janae, and you're watching episode 3 of Design to Receive, which means you've made it to the end of the series. In episode 1, we talked about magnetism and how to manifest more by doing less. Then in episode 2, we dove into CEO energy and why self-trust is your biggest business strategies. So if you haven't seen those videos, make sure to go check those out if you're interested. But now we've made it to the final piece, wealth identity. This episode is all about becoming someone who actually feels safe, grounded, and worthy of receiving more before the physical result even show up. Because a lot of people, especially in manifestation spaces, forget this very important detail. It's easy to teach and watch videos on how to manifest things you want instantly, but very seldom do they ever teach you how to become the person who would naturally attract the things they want, especially money, wealth, and success. Basically, you're upgrading your standards so the results chase you. Anyways, I'm super excited to get into this topic fully, so let's get started. When people talk about building wealth, they usually think about strategies, goals, and external upgrades. But for me, wealth is more of an embodiment. It's how you carry yourself when no one's watching, what you normalize, what you expect, what you no longer shrink to receive. Wealth identity is the energy you hold when you've already decided that you are the version of you who receives with ease. It's not about what you have in your life, it's about what you accept as your baseline. Because embodiment isn't just about acting as if, it's about living in agreement with what you say you want. Through your thoughts, your boundaries, your self-concept, and the way you move throughout the world currently. Most people try to manifest by chasing an outcome rather than what actually shifts things, which is becoming someone who naturally attracts those outcomes because it's aligned with who you are, not what you're trying to force yourself to be. You stop obsessing over when the results are going to show up and you start focusing on how you're showing up. That's why wealth identity matters so much, because your results will always reflect what you believe is normal for you. If you don't shift your internal thermostat, no matter how many affirmations you say or strategies you try, you'll just keep circling back to the same level. So before you go trying to manifest more money, more clients, more success, ask yourself this question first. Have I become the version of me who can actually hold what I'm asking for? That's the root of it all. So now that we've talked about what wealth identity actually is, let's talk about what it looks like in small, everyday choices. First of all, wealth embodiment isn't always loud. It's not always about big purchases or dramatic upgrades. Sometimes it's simply choosing the aligned option on purpose because it supports the version of you you're becoming. Let me give you an example. So a couple weeks ago, I was going to order food and have it delivered to the house. And someone was like, why would you do that when you could just go pick it up and save the delivery fee? And I was like, because I don't want to. That's why. Like, I have the money. I'm in the middle of working. I don't feel like putting on clothes to go walk into a store for 2 seconds to pick it up off the counter. Why would I not use the convenience and technology that exists in 2025 to make my life easier? To me, that's a wealth decision, because if I was as wealthy as I see myself becoming, I'd be paying for convenience without second guessing it. I'd be valuing my time, energy, and peace. So why wouldn't I practice that now? To me, paying for my time and energy is way more important than saving money I'll make back in like 24 hours. It's really no different than someone paying for a lawn service or a house cleaner. If you don't want to do it and you have the resources, paying for help isn't wasteful. It's smart. It's an intentional decision you're making for your convenience. It's embodied alignment. Why would I go out of my way to do something I don't want to do instead of paying, like $10 and have someone bring the food to me, and all I have to do is prance myself downstairs, open the front door, and say, thank you so much to the delivery person? Obviously, there's a better option here. That's the difference between a wealth mindset and a poverty mindset. A poverty mindset says, let me do everything myself so I can save as much as possible, even if I end up tired or annoyed, or even if I don't even have to. A wealth mindset says, if I can afford to make my life easier, I will, because my energy is worth something too. Now, obviously, this isn't about spending recklessly or trying to look rich or ignoring your budget or acting like a millionaire when you're not. It's about normalizing ease in the area where you can choose. Because every time you practice that level of alignment, you're telling your nervous system, this is safe, this is normal, this is allowed for me to do. And that's how you build the identity that actually holds more wealth when it arrives, instead of being shell-shocked when it all turns up. Now, here's the part that people tend to skip. You can't just want wealth. You have to hold it. You have to live in it. And you have to build the internal structure that can actually support the kind of life you're calling in. When you say, I want a six-figure business, or I want more financial freedom. You're not just placing an order with the universe. You're agreeing to operate at the level of that vision, agreeing to bend and change yourself and your environment to fit that desire. So it's more than just thinking differently. You also have to be different, choosing differently, prioritizing differently, regulating your energy differently, because the version of you who the money, the house, the dream vacation, the soulmate, whatever you want, she does that again and again until it becomes her new baseline. And the good news is that version of you is already in you. You just have to stop arguing with her. Start standing on your standards instead of shrinking them to match your current situation. Start acting in alignment with the life you're building, not the one you're trying to escape from. You have the power to shift everything, and not just through your mindset, but through your choices, your energy, your boundaries, your ability to hold blessings before they even show up. This is exactly what I teach in my guide Affluence School, because becoming available to more is about building the internal world that can confidently receive the external results you're craving. So if you're ready to make wealth your new normal, something you embody, you'll definitely want to check that out. I'll leave the link in the description for you. But now I want to hear from you. What's one decision you're making this week that aligns with the wealthy version of you? Leave it in the comments. I'd love to celebrate it with you, even if it's as simple as getting DoorDash to bring your food to you, just like me. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. This is the final episode of Design to Receive, but I promise this is only the beginning. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!